What's up, guys? Welcome to the after show for Modern Family here on AfterBuzz. Tonight, it is the finale, and Luke and Manny are finally graduating high school. Stay tuned.
You're tuning into the destination for TV superfan discussion, AfterBuzz TV. And now, let the buzz begin.
What's up, guys? Welcome to the Modern Family After Show, and I am here tonight by myself. Everybody left me. It's so sad. I'm Jessie Zahner. You can find me all over social media at Athletic, but tonight on AfterBuzz, we are here with the Modern Family After Show, and it is the finale. And Luke and Manny are graduating. I don't even know what to say about this show because the show is on for so long that I'm going to miss it after this week. What are we going to do for the next few months until next season? So it's like Nikki and I had talked about all season. We love seeing the kids, and we kind of wanted to see more going on in Luke and Manny's lives. And tonight, I find out so much stuff about Manny I had no idea. So let's start with Luke first. So Luke's graduating, and Phil and Claire get him a watch for his graduation, and tonight he decides he's going to get them a gift for like being his parents all this time. So he somehow pulls together $2,000 and gets a Rolls Royce from an auction. And this Rolls Royce is like the most gaudy Rolls Royce that you've ever seen. It's old school. It has leopard print seat covers and steering wheel covers and dice in the mirror and a weird horn, and Claire doesn't want to drive it. Phil is all emotional about it. Phil cannot contain himself. I mean, we know Phil as a dad. He is super emotional, and he just cannot take Luke graduating. The girls show him a video of Luke growing up throughout the years in all these photos to this sappy music, and Phil's on the couch crying. And I'm in here, and John Hamry, I hope I'm saying that correctly, is in the chat too. And he said that one of his favorite parts of this episode was when Phil gets all cried out. So Phil is literally a mess this episode. He misses Luke. He's thinking about all these things that him and Luke did while Luke was growing up, and he can't believe he's graduating. I can't believe he's graduating. It's crazy. In the meantime, Manny is also graduating, and he is getting an award for no absence, no tardies, and for like being respectful to everybody, because we know Manny's a good guy, right? But Manny's dad comes to town. His real dad, not Jay. His real dad comes to town and takes Manny out for like a father-son night. And I was shocked, but Manny was out drinking and partying and at a strip club. I had no idea that all of this was going on. I didn't know Manny drank. So he comes home and he talks to Jay, and he says, "I drank so much booze." And I was like, what? Is he joking? Like, I had no idea what was going on. I was so shocked because just like the award that he won at school, we know Manny to be like a very good kid by the books. So I was completely shocked. But not only that, he lost his cap and gown. So him and his dad went and picked his cap and gown up on the way to the strip club, and he was afraid it was going to get stolen because, if you keep a cap and gown in your car and someone spots it, they're clearly going to steal it. I mean, who doesn't want to steal a cap and gown from a car, right? So now they're a mess because it's about time to graduate, and Manny can't find his cap and gown. So he has to retrace his steps, and he gets Jay, and they go back to the strip club, and they're searching through a lost and found box, and they can't find it when all of a sudden there's a woman that comes out on stage, and she is wearing the cap and gown. So yes, she turned his cap and gown into a little show. Jay was impressed by it. He thought it was good that she could get that done so quickly. So yeah, they had to pay her, and she gave his stuff back, and Manny was kind of upset about it. He's like, this says integrity, and I have no soul. And he was kind of panicking. It's like the one time he goes out and has a fun night, he can't deal with it. So Manny, it was interesting to see Manny in this situation, I guess. So in the meantime, poor little Joe is so upset because Manny's getting all the attention, so he's faking all these injuries. He's saying that his ankle is broken and his stomach hurts and his teeth are hurting. Everything's hurting because Gloria's not paying him enough attention. So in the meantime, Gloria had a cake that she was wanting Claire to pick up, and she can't get a hold of Claire, so she's walking to go pick it up, and she's about to leave a message when she appears in the store, and Claire is in a ball pit, which is my dream personally. I wish there were more ball pits like, in windows on the side of the road, but she jumps in and she's in there playing with a little kid, and she realizes that all this time she's been super hard on Phil for being emotional about Luke, and turns out she's really emotional about Luke too, but she doesn't want to show it because she's been giving Phil too much crap about it. So, John, thanks for joining us. Like I said, he loved Joe's part. Joe was great this episode. So, Gloria goes and finds Claire and pulls her out of the ball pit, and they kind of have this really cute interaction. I really love their relationship this season because they've been getting very close and having these, like, heart-to-heart conversations. So they're both kind of in this situation where they're they're dealing with their kids going off, and Claire says, it's not as bad for you because you still have Joe, but Gloria is still upset. In the meantime, while all of this is going on, with Cam and Mitch, we have them finding out that Lily is too smart for her 4th grade class. So instead of going to 5th grade, her principal wants her to go straight to middle school. So they are shocked because I don't know why, and John, tell me what you think, because John's joining us live in chat. They thought Lily was stupid. I'm so confused by it because I always took Lily to be smart. So I'm confused because I always thought Lily was smart. So they're shocked that Lily is going to skip a grade. Claire comes over to pick up like a cake holder, and they tell her that Lily's going to move up a grade, possibly. And she's like, oh, well, Alex was going to move up grade too, but we didn't want to put all this pressure on her. And she starts getting like competitive because that's her brother. So they start thinking about it, and they're wondering, is this something that we should do? Should we push her to do this? Is it going to be hard because she's going to move up and she's not going to have any friends? Everybody's going to be older than her. So they start worrying. They go to the school. They're fighting about things. And it was so funny because Mitchell moved up in a grade in school too, and Cam was kind of telling him, now look at you can't even make a decision. And I'm like, that's the story of my life, honestly. So that's what I love about Modern Family. It so like resonates with you as a person. Thanks for answering my question, John. John also thought Lily was smart. So, and he's saying, but that's because they aren't as clever as us. True. Sorry, Mitch and Cam. Like John said, no shade. But they get in a fight at school. Lily walks into another room with the teacher because the teacher wants to let them have a little chance to have a discussion. And Lily's like, I think this is a good time to tell you that I was adopted. And I just thought that was so funny. But all this time they're worrying about her, and she's smart. And they talk to her about, what are you going to do? The kids are going to be older than you. They're going to already have had friends. And she's like, it's cool. I make friends easy. Then they're like, oh my God, is she popular? But again, I didn't think Lily was unpopular. Like, if I was Lily's age, I would so want to hang out with her, right? Like, she's funny, she's fun. Well, they were also shocked to find out that she was fun too. So I don't know, maybe you guys need to pay attention to Lily. We love Lily. We want more of Lily on the show. That's what we've been saying all season. So that's what's going on with those guys. And then finally we get to the graduation, and I'm so, again, sad this is the finale of this show. Well, not of the show completely, but of this season. But I think this episode tied everything up really, really great. So Luke and Manny are graduating, and in the meantime, we see everybody in the audience together. And Claire, she's having this moment where, she's struggling with letting Luke go. And Joe is struggling with not getting enough attention. So we see Claire giving Joe some attention. Phil, he's all cried out, so he's not crying anymore. Everybody else is emotional now. Cam and Mitchell are apologizing to each other and making up. Lily, like I said, she can handle the pressure. She wants to skip a grade. So it's kind of like easing their, I guess, stress about all of it. So we see everybody kind of making up. And the kids graduate, and they have a little get together afterwards, and Manny and Jay have a really cute heart-to-heart themselves, which is so uncommon of Jay. But Manny says, what I see as father and son time is what you and I did today. So basically cleaning up a huge mess him and his real dad created the night before. And Jay tells him, you know, when I got divorced and started dating again, I had one rule, and it was no kids. And then you and your mom came along. And so he pours them a little shot of something and hands it to Manny. And he's like, this is to you. And Manny complains and says, I'm still hungover from last night. He's like, you're a man now, power through it. So I loved that moment between those two, because I feel like they're so different. And Jay is sometimes really hard on Manny. So I just thought it was so special, that moment. And then at the final end of the show, all the adults are together, and the kids, John, you cried so hard. It was the best moment. It really was a really good moment, and I loved this finale for that reason. But at the very end, all the kids decide they have places to go, they have to leave, so they all walk out, and the parents are all, you know, standing on the front porch, and they're like, wow, we taught these kids to be independent. We worried about them, but they're good. And they do a cheers, and then out of nowhere pops Haley, and she's like, hey guys, what did I miss? And it's just like, geez, I feel like Haley would be the last person to show up during that moment, but I guess she's growing up. So that is really all for this season of Modern Family, and I can't believe it's over. Like, this season has been so good. There's been so much that happened. And so for next season, I'm going to want to see what happens with Haley and her dating life, because she broke up with Rainer this year, which I was so happy about. And then also what happens with Manny and Luke. It sounds like Luke is not going to college, so will be interesting to see what happens with him. And then Manny is going to college, so I can't wait to see what happens with him in college. And is he going to keep drinking and carrying on, and are like him and Luke going to like change spots in life? I don't know. So it's going to be interesting. So I just want to say thank you guys all for joining us this season. It has been so awesome to get to know everybody and to chat with everybody, and awesome to get to know everybody that's been on the panels. Nikki, Gabriel, Raven, thank you all. It has been so wonderful. And thank you all in the chat, in the comments that watch us. You know, we love to hear from you guys. John, thanks so much for joining us tonight. And I want to see more of Alex too. We barely saw anything of Alex this year. So we really, really appreciate it. Thanks so much. And we will be back next season. So that's all for the finale of Modern Family here on AfterBuzz. I'm Jessie Zahner. You can find me and stay in touch with me during the off season at Athletic, and make sure you go online and follow AfterBuzz TV, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and like and comment on our video. I'll be sure to write back to you guys. So thanks so much. Again, John, thanks for joining me live in the chat tonight, and we will see you guys next season. Bye.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.